Welcome to our channel. Today we are investigating a high-stakes botanical mystery known as the thermal canopy crash, a seasonal crisis that quietly ruins greenhouse crops right at the peak of summer.
The mystery begins with a frustrating paradox, where your climate system is blasting cool air to perfectly maintain 22 degrees Celsius, or 71.6 degrees Fahrenheit, yet the plants are inexplicably wilting, their stoma are sealing shut, and yields are completely collapsing. To solve this, we have to look past the thermostat and dig into the underlying biophysical mechanisms driving the systemic failure. The core of the problem often lies in vapor pressure deficit, or VPD, which measures the evapotranspiration potential of the air and triggers acute canopy stress when it spikes past 1.6 kilopascals, forcing the plant to drastically lock down its moisture reserves. Understanding this defensive lockdown requires unpacking the physics of your environmental control systems, specifically looking at how standard equipment manages different types of heat loads. We have to differentiate between sensible heat, which is the direct temperature change you feel on your skin, and latent heat, the hidden moisture load created by constant plant transpiration that actively fills your growing environment with heavy water vapor. This brings us to a crucial metric called the sensible heat factor, where a unit with a factor of 0.95 dedicates 95% of its energy to cooling and only 5% to dehumidifying, which is perfect for cooling a humid office building, but absolutely disastrous for a highly humid grow room. These high-ratio air conditioners rapidly hit their temperature set points and shut off before extracting substantial moisture, creating a dangerous vapor lock that leaves the environment cold, damp, and highly stressful to the canopy because the plants simply cannot transpire properly. An ideal greenhouse HVAC system actually requires a carefully tuned sensible heat factor, typically between 0.65 and 0.85 depending on the exact growth stage, to properly balance sensible cooling with heavy, continuous dehumidification throughout the crop cycle. While the equipment struggles to manage this moisture imbalance, the biological side of the paradox is playing out deep inside the plant's vascular system in response to extreme osmotic stress. The plant fiercely fights back using osmoprotective molecules like proline and glycine betaine to maintain cell turgor, alongside critical cytokinins that counteract stress-induced senescence to try and keep those stomata functioning under pressure. Additionally, silicone deposition reinforces the cell walls to physically reduce transpirational water loss, while remarkably enhancing the activity of aquaporins, which are the vital water channel proteins located deep in the roots that desperately try to maintain hydraulic flow during a crisis. Before we uncover the solution to this canopy crash, please like and subscribe. It really helps our channel a lot. With the biological mechanisms understood, we can finally reveal a major, actionable solution to this persistent mystery by actively managing the root zone to bypass the canopy's defensive shutdown. Lowering root zone temperatures to roughly 20 degrees Celsius or 68 degrees Fahrenheit actively suppresses reactive oxygen species and significantly upregulates aquaporin expression, drastically increasing the root's ability to transport water to the wilting shoots even when the air above is hot and dry. Historical research actually proves that actively cooling the substrate by exactly 6 degrees Celsius, or roughly 10.8 degrees Fahrenheit, below ambient controls prevents crop weight loss and consistently increases yields even under severe atmospheric heat. But optimizing the roots is only half the battle, as the final piece of this structural puzzle involves decoupling your climate control systems to break a very destructive mechanical loop. You must fundamentally break the cycle where a standalone dehumidifier rejects warm waste heat into the room, instantly triggering the air conditioner to rapidly cool and shut off prematurely before removing any actual moisture, which ultimately crushes the canopy's ability to breathe. By deploying fully integrated, decoupled climate control systems that beautifully synchronize temperature and dew point, and by shifting to vegetative steering cues to alleviate high osmotic pressure, cultivators can finally build true environmental and physiological resilience against the summer heat. So the next time your canopy wilts in a perfectly cooled room, ask yourself if your HVAC system is actually suffocating your plants. Thanks for watching. This content does not constitute medical advice, legal advice, or recommendations for the use, self-treatment, or consumption of any substance.